Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back, everyone. If you or you know somebody connected in the Naples area, Florida, and you love pets, you have a pet, I've got somebody for you. She is a pet sitter. She takes care of pet care. She takes care of your pet. She takes care of you at the same time because she's making life easier for people that also love their pets. And she's with us today. Kristin Guoan. Am I saying your last name correctly?
Guoan.
Guoan.
You got there. Almost got there. Yep.
Almost got there. I love the name Wagon Swish Pet Care. Welcome. How are you?
I'm great today. Thank you. How are you, sir?
Really good. Really good. So good to have you here. There should be more of you around. I don't think enough of these services exist where I have a friend, his dog is a little picky. He's going away. He's like, I got to find a pet hotel. I don't even know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
You don't really want to do that. It's better to have somebody in their domain, if you will, come and watch them, come and walk them. Tell us some of the services that you offer.
Sure. We offer both dog walking services throughout the day for people who are in home or out of town. We also offer overnight services and pet sitting services for all types of animals. So it's not just dogs, it's all domestics, exotics, and farm animals. So pretty much everything across the gamut. Yeah.
Wow. And interestingly, when we talk about walking a dog, it's not just about so they can go to the bathroom. It's exercise. It's actually so important, right?
More importantly than that, too, is its stimulation. So a lot of our pets are inside a lot of the day, and they see with their noses. So for them to be able to get outside, move around, check their email in the grass, that's very beneficial for them. Even for their mind. And I really truly believe that the more they're able to stay active in their mind and stay active in their body, the longer they live. So
wow.
There you go.
We forget that. We take it for granted. And somebody who is a pet intuitive, yes, I believe they exist. She told me a couple of years ago that let them lead. Like when I'm walking my dog, sometimes I'm like, no, let's go over here. No, let's go over there. Now I just let him go wherever he wants because he's on a mission with his nose. He's like, I'm on the scent of something. I got to go here. I got to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a time and a place. So I do believe that it's really important for us to stay very centered with our relationship with them. So for them to always trust and believe, and you notice this when they're looking up at us, that we have their back. We are there to take care of them. We are protecting them. They don't have to worry about taking on that role when they're with us. So there's that space that we have, that relationship that we have when we're out with them. They're going to get their business done. The second part of the experience really should be exactly what you're talking about. Now it's time for you to play. And that's exactly what you're saying, where you allow your pet to be able to roam free and exercise themselves, exercise their mind. Yeah, it's a dance and it's important.
Oh, I love it. And it's also bonding. I think we forget that. We just take it for granted. Well, it's my dog and they love me and whatever. No, it's a relationship. Any relationship needs to be nurtured. They work in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love your insight. And I'm just going to say, give me more. Like, what else can you tell us that you've learned along the way, working with dogs, working with pets, maybe little things that maybe we don't realize?
Something really important that I have really learned along the way, because I do some of the intuitive work with pets as well for different clients all over. And one of the biggest life lessons I've learned so far with my own dog that lived 18 and a half years and other people's pets is that they show up in a way where they are really working to help regulate our nervous system. And when we walk in the door, they come right over. They say hello. If we're upset, they come over. They try to nurture. They're always absorbing that. And I feel that our responsibility as loving pet owners and being in a relationship with them is to try to learn to leave our stuff at the door. So they're not always overburdened with that. And that's a very interesting thing I've learned about working with pets and working with people is it's a lot more than just pet sitting and dog walking. I'm walking into houses, my staff are walking into houses, they're connecting with the people, they're helping to remind the people to stay in a more elevated state. So your pet's not always overburdened. It's such a powerful thing to remember. Leave your shit at the door. Give your pet a break so that they're not always having to clean and clear you, right? So that's one of the biggest life lessons I've learned so far about working with pets is we're equally as responsible for our space for them as they are for us. And it's a beautiful thing.
I would hire you in a heartbeat. No, I really mean it. And just what you said says it all. You're not just a dog walker. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Right. You vibe with animals, you connect with animals, and let's go there. You open the spiritual door, so let's walk right through it. I believe, and I'm curious of your feelings, that our animals are reading us all the time. They don't have to worry about the mortgage, the rent, where I'm going to get fed, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So, and side note, they're 4 paws. They're always touching the ground, so they're grounded. They are picking up on our energy. They know that when somebody says, "Oh, my dog knows what I'm thinking." Yes, they do because they don't have distractions. They can focus in on you. Even cats, and I see it with my pets. Yeah. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're perpetually in now, and we're always, as human beings, trying to learn to be very present so we can absorb, so we can be integrated with life instead of being all over the place. Animals are always in the now. So they are fully open and available to absorb everything that we are giving off. And you know how it works. If we have an emotion, it's not staying in our body. It's going all over the place. So they're going to pick up on that right away. So absolutely, they can read us. They're very intuitive creatures. It's their job to help regulate us and help to pull out some of those lower vibes.
I got you, and I call them arrows. They pull the arrows out of us.
I love that. Yes, they pull the arrows out of us to help us get back into flow. And that's it. So 100%, yes, they do.
Were you a life coach in another life?
Quite possibly.
Seriously, my gosh. Boy, this podcast's taken a turn in a fabulous way. And I will tell you, in my spiritual journey, about 5 years ago, somebody just dropped into my life, and I believe there was a message there. And her message was, to me, why don't you ever live in the moment? The now, as you say. You always live in the past, you live in the future. No, you're not living in the moment. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it took me months to figure that out. And I did. And to your point, when your dog wants to eat and you say, well, I'll get you something. Hold on, I'm in the middle of doing that. Hold on, I'm going to get you something. I'm going to get you. They don't know what they need it now because they live in the now. I want to eat now. Give me food now. It's the now. And that's sometimes tough for us to recognize that, but that's how it works. Yeah.
It's a great thing for us to learn from them is to how to be fully present in the moment because you're so available when you're there.
Yeah.
And we're available to them when we're there. And those are the moments I look back with my dog and I think about is how often was I completely emotionally available for my pet? And it's such a good reminder to other people. That's why I said, leave your shit at the door. So you're actually physically and emotionally and spiritually available to connect with your pet. They've got a lot to tell us. They're talking all the time.
So let's go even layers deeper in terms of sending a message to your pet. So here's a scenario. You give me your feedback on whether you think this is real and whether this works. So my cats, I have 2, love them. They're like dogs. They're mushy. I mean, I walk through the door. Rocco jumps up on the counter. His paws are out. Come on, give me a hug. I'm not even kidding. He's like, he wants to kiss you right here. He drools because he gets so excited. And I realized that they started peeing outside the litter box. It was about, I don't know, like a year ago. I'm like, what is going on there? They would do it again. I'm like, Like, really, guys? Like, what's up here? And I'm serious when I say I looked at them and I sent them a message. I said, Daddy's not happy with what's going on here. What's wrong? Why are you doing this? Why are you peeing outside the litter box? And I just, like you said, Kristin, just what you said. I focused for a moment. I was on their page. I let everything go. I'm just on you. I'm thinking about you, vibing you. Popped in my head. You changed the garbage bags in the litter box. I lined my litter box with garbage bags, and I had gotten different ones from Amazon. I didn't even think of it. Garbage bag's a garbage bag. What do I know? That's what it was. I switched the bag. Everything was done. And
I knew it was a litter box. Yeah.
it just came to me like, where did that come from? I intentionally was sending it and then receiving it. Do you think that's like BS?
Yes.
It's real.
No. That's really how it comes in. I mean, there's all different types of way that telepathy works. Obviously, that's what we're talking about with our pets. But that's how it works for me too, Steve, is I will instantly get that message. And it's super clear. You know for sure you're not creating that. You know it is a message coming through. And did it work? Yes, it did. You heard them.
I heard them in my mind. And I look at it this way. If anybody's listening and thinking those two are certified crazy, this is way too woo for me, but I love pets. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose to try and vibe your pet? You love them anyway. Wouldn't it be better if you could maybe connect or communicate in some regards? Why the heck not?
You know, something I want to say about that, and it's definitely a direction I want to go with the business as well, is most of us, at least most of the pet owners I've met, towards the end of their pet's life, they want nothing more than to have that level of communication with their pets. They'll reach out to intuitives. They'll reach out to pet psychics so that they can try and grasp onto whatever they can to have a connection with their pets. My thought around that and my passion around that is, why not start that experience earlier in their life? Why do you wait till the very end when it's almost over to have that level of a relationship with your pet? I want to help teach people how to start doing that at any age so that they can have an entire life with their pets at that level of communication and connection. It's totally possible. It happened for you. It happens all the time. Yeah, you just have to listen.
Again, I get people who are skeptical. I'm a skeptic. I really am.
Yeah.
And some of my really close friends are psychics, some of the biggest ones on the planet. They started their careers with me media-wise. I'm not a psychic connoisseur. I just sit back and like look at all this stuff. And I had a pet psychic tell me, connect with my cat, Maestro, who passed 2019. And some of the things they said, so spot on. Nobody would have known it.
Yeah.
I'm only sharing that because it was 3 years ago. I got a cat, and it was actually, there was a reason to help part of my family heal.
Right.
And I am thoroughly convinced that either Maestro sent Rocco, the cat I have now, or it's him.
Yeah.
And he's back. Both orange tabbies, both mushy, both grateful. You can sense it. You can feel it. I'll take that to the end. There's some kind of connection there. And I feel that I saved Maestro, and they're all rescues. I think that was his way of giving back. Here, I'm going to give you Rocco because you need him right now. You've got stuff going on you need to heal. I don't think it just didn't happen.
There's no
that
separation.
Way. No.
There's never separation. And that's another important thing to help people understand through the death and dying process, through the grieving processes. It's just transformation. It's going from the body into energy. And I would like to add on to what you just said and say that maybe they're both there. Maybe the new cat is there and maybe your other cat is there, because they really never leave us. And if we watch out and we pay attention, there's signs all the time that our pets are communicating with us from the other side.
There's signs.
It can get wild.
Oh my gosh. There's signs that humans are communicating from the other side. And all I say is ask for a sign and be open. And you know what? Make it 3. Make it 3.
Yeah.
Be specific. Like, I don't, butterfly goes by. You see a penny heads up. If that supports
Yeah.
you, all good. Steve doesn't, that's not good enough for me. I
Yeah.
need specifics, and I get them. Sometimes I can't figure them out, and that's all part of the process. But you're
Yeah.
you're spiritual, passionate, wild. This is this is awesome. It really is. Your your affinity for animals and your passion is you can't even measure it. It's off the scale.
Mhm.
It really is. You
Mhm.
really love animals, don't you?
I do. I do. I really connect with them. And it's such a fun experience that this is where I ended up in my life because I just really understand them. And I love being able to communicate that to other people because they really have a voice and they need to be able to get that out. So we need more of me.
We need more of you. I'm serious with this message because as pet, I don't want to say owners, being their person, if you will, for our pets,
Sure. Yeah.
we're missing out. We're missing out
Hmm.
on all the wonderful stuff. Yeah, there's good stuff there, but if we don't pay attention, like we're talking about now, you're missing that connection, which is
Yeah.
just indescribable. Now, you
Yeah.
offer pet sitting services, but animal care too. Tell us about that.
Sure. Yeah. So I also help with all levels of like health care for pets. So everything from IV fluids, I take care of diabetic animals, I take care of cancer patients. So everything across the board. I can do blood draws, medication administration, just about everything. I help to facilitate transportation from house to the vet clinic. If there's ever any emergencies, obviously I have a pretty high level of intuitive care, so I'll pick up on that pretty quickly, which is something I really feel, especially with cats, that we need in your home because cats are the master maskers of anything going on. Sometimes we don't know until it's close to the end. So having someone in your wheelhouse that can really pick up on intuitive messages is really important. And then, aftercare. So coming back from the vet, we provide that service as well. So it's really
Mhm.
meeting both the owner and the pet where they're at and with what they need. And then I take care of large animals as well. So medical across the board for that for them
Mm.
and just about everything. I've had my hands in just about everything.
You really do it all, and which in itself would be fantastic. But you go even deeper in terms of the spiritual side, connecting with our pets, picking up.
Hmm.
I'm. Has there been my litter box situation? Has there been times where you shared or revealed information using your intuition or connection, and got information for somebody about their pet?
All the time. All the time.
Wow.
The door is always open. And whether people want to actually label it as intuition or, a gift, the door is always open and people are always calling, asking for help or for guidance around things. So it really doesn't matter where someone is at in their spiritual journey. They know enough about me to know that I can provide guidance around a situation. And that's a really neat thing. So I can have the very spiritual talk with some people, right away who they are. And I can also meet people where they're at if they're not quite there, but still be able to provide that intuition in
Sure.
a way that they can hear me. So yeah.
Totally got it. And for those people, nothing wrong with that. We don't judge. That's all good.
Sure.
It could be, I would imagine, a situation where you might say to somebody, using your connection, hey, you might want to check. I don't know their blood count for this, or you might want to check
Yes.
this. Just drop in a suggestion,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
now it's on them if they so choose
Yeah.
to.
And the way I found that really works is to be super direct and kind.
Mm,
So check this, check this, check this. I ask a lot of questions. Have you done these things? Have you thought about this? Very direct communication from a very neutral place is really easy to receive. Um, and
mm.
it gives them the ability to be able to show up without feeling guilty if they have or have not done anything. to really be receptive to the information. I find that dance works really well with delivering information and asking questions around things like this.
They don't even have to know that you're spiritual, call it
Not
intuitive,
at all.
anything like. You're just
Not.
based on my experience. You might want to check blank, and that's it. You've
that's
sent
it.
it. You've sent it to
It's
the universe.
yours.
You've released it,
Yeah.
and that's it. I've talked about my pets. Tell me about yours.
I have 3 cats.
Oh,
And
you
2
are a cat
birds.
lover. Look at you.
Yeah. So I have also had the experience around the litter box. They really communicate with us a lot in that way. Anyway, I have a Maine Coon, I have a tortoiseshell tabby, and I have a tuxedo. And they all have very big personalities. They're very interactive, and they're very serious about protecting the home. Anybody that knows cats knows that they are manning the home all night long.
Oh yeah.
They're manning the space and the energy. They're keeping everything clear, and yeah, it's a really fun relationship to have.
It is, isn't it? I
Animals
always say
in the house.
I put a camera on the counter, and just for fun, right? And I'm at work, and I never realize how much time they spend up there. And my one cat Rocco, I just say he's on patrol. Just to your point, like he's just checking it all out. What do we got going on here?
Yeah.
And when that one person comes to your place and they're not having it, and they scatter, they don't want they're reading that person. They're picking up on something. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on there.
It could be a number of things. It could be just the energy you've picked up walking around in your day. It could be so many different things. And that's another reason why you really want to go with a professional. Everybody who knows cats knows you don't come in like this. You know what I mean? You honor and respect boundaries. And that's what a real pet sitter, professional pet sitter knows how to do.
Yeah.
We say a cat scattering is not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we're being tested. Are you going to honor and respect my boundaries? Do you respect the fact that this is my home and I am in charge of this space? And when you can really meet a pet at that level and give them the space they need to come to you, that's where the goodies are. That's where you've got someone that's really worth keeping around, because they know how to do that with another being. And more often than not, they will come to you. They will. They just want to know that they have their own autonomy and you're not going to encroach on their space,
What a wonderful conversation with you today. I'm telling you, this is.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it too.
I had no idea where the car was turning down Spiritual Road and connecting with animals and all the other stuff you offer. How do we find you?
So I have a website. It's the business name, Wag and Swish, wagandswish@gmail.com, or my phone number. Do you want me to give my phone number?
Please.
Oh, okay. It's 239-248-0255. I'm old school. I love phone calls. Not a fan of emails. So just call or text. And I'm really good about getting back to people within the day. And I always tell everyone, if they're not in my area, or if I'm not for some reason able to meet them where they're at, I have a network of sitters and I'm happy to help. Yeah.
Oh, love it. And again, you're everything plus a resource, because you can see this, hear this anywhere on the planet. I wish I was in Naples or you were in the New York area, because wow. You're amazing. You really are.
Thank you.
In terms of what you offer. And thank you for validation. Thank you for just the freshness of making us realize that we've got more going on here than just a furry friend in our home. There's a lot more going on there. Once we figure that out.
So let it in.
Let it in. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today. Really appreciate it.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.